Good afternoon. You are welcome to the speaking section of Ielts examination. It's me, Battery. I will be your examiner for the part of the test. Could you tell me your full name, please?
My full name is Jimmy Buddhism. You can just simply call me Jimmy.
Okay. Jimmy, what do you do? Do you work or are you a student?
Well, I am a part-time teacher as of my work, but I'm also currently studying some off-topic studies such as driving. I'm taking some driving lessons and cooking lessons as well.
Oh, okay. Where did you born?
I was born in here in Lalitpur, to be particular in Techo. Yeah, so my origin is in Lalitpur, but my parents come from another different cities.
Okay. Why do you think Lalitpur is the best place to live?
Well, in general, I was born here, so it's going to be best for me. But in general, there's a lot of facilities compared to a lot of other cities. And even compared to cities like Kathmandu, it's more quiet and peaceful than Kathmandu's hustling and bustling city life.
Okay. Let's talk about summer. Each summer is your favorite time of the year?
I would not say that myself. I am a very winter season person because of the fact that summer is known as being the season for bugs and insects, and the heat is intolerable. So whenever I go outside, it's just I cannot even stand there for 5 minutes because of the unbearing heat. So it's better for me if I'm enjoying in a very sunny shade. So I enjoy winter more than I enjoy summer.
Okay, alright. What do you do in summer when the weather is very hot?
Well, usually I do go to local swimming pools to just relax myself. But there are times where I just play games and just do some mundane activities to ward off my leisure time in general.
Okay. Do you go on holiday every summer? Why or why not?
No, I rarely go to any kind of holiday, especially in summer. For your kind of information, in my home, what happens in every summer is that we do this very deep, intense cleaning of our home. So every summer we just clean our house from top to bottom, so there is no time or any kind of leisure activities that we do in summer. It's only cleaning. So summer is always related with cleaning in my household, so I rarely go to any kind of holidays.
Okay. Did you enjoy in summer holiday when you were at school?
Oh, in school I really enjoyed because it was like around 3 weeks, 3 weeks of summer holiday, and there were no homeworks. So it was just a free leisure time, 3 weeks to be that, and just to enjoy gaming or to spend a very quality time with the family. And in that time, I did went on a lot of places to visit, like some kind of temples or outside the valley. So that was a really fun time when I was in school.
Okay, Jimmy, your part 1 is over, and now we move on to part 2. And in part 2, I give you a cue card, and the given cue card you can make notes within a minute if you wish, and 2 minutes speaking. While speaking, if I stop you, don't worry about it. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. This is paper and cue card and pencil.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Okay. Jimmy, can you start speaking now, please?
Okay, so the luxury item that I would love to own in the future. But first of all, talking about luxury items, I mean, there are a lot of that pops in my mind, but the one specifically I really want to own in the near future is a diamond pendant. It's a very particular pendant. I think I was around 7 or 8 years old when I saw this commercial in television of this diamond ad, and it was just engraved in my mind because it was just so beautiful. And even the song "Diamonds Are Forever" by Shirley Bassey, it was just so beautifully done that it just still reminds me of getting that diamond pendant anywhere I go. It is a diamond pendant with a huge hard rock pendant surrounding with a lot of other Swarovski crystals, and the chain is a very simple silver sterling chain. But the beauty that it has is that it looks like a feather of a peacock. That holds the majesticness of that product, I would say myself, because it's not just a simple, it looks very elegant and simple, but if you really look into the detail, it's a feathers of two peacock coming together and entwining into a huge diamond. So it is just magnificent. When I first saw it as a child, I was like, Mama, I want that. I pointed at my mom and like, Mom, I want that. And she was like, you're gonna work hard and you're gonna get it. So it always is that driving factor that I want that pendant in my future. So it's a very simple, as I just said, but the thing that it provides me is that sense of accomplishment. As a child, I looked at it, and now as an adult, I'm gonna own it. That is just gonna complete my story, I would say, in a very simple sense. It will provide me a huge sense of accomplishment as well. So I am working hard on getting that pendant in. I don't know where it is though, that's the bad part, I would say myself, but I would absolutely own that pendant in the coming future. Whether it's going to be for myself, just a showing, or whether it's going to be my future wife, I will absolutely own that pendant.
Oh, okay, alright. Jimmy, can you give me your pencil and paper back, please?
Thank you very much.
Okay, your part 2 is completed, and now we move on to part 3. In part 3, I would like to ask some question based on part 2. Are you ready?
Sure.
Okay, the first question is to you. Which expensive item would many young people like to buy?
Well, a lot of young people are now gravitated towards buying any kind of luxury items because I think that a lot of younger people relate necessity with luxury, and they don't know that fine line. So just buying anything that is expensive makes them happy. But I have seen a trend of Nepali young people buying a lot of branded clothes, like from Gucci or Prada. They are very branded based. And a lot of other affluent young people, in my opinion, buy a lot of other expensive things such as gadgets, electronic gadgets, or pendants, as I just mentioned earlier. So that is a trend going on right here, right now.
Okay. How do the expensive item that younger people want to buy differ from those that older people want to buy?
Well, I think it comes with age and experience because, I mean, as the name says, younger people have not lived their life long enough to really know what they really need. And personally, I've experienced that younger people just want to have the item. It's not necessity, they just want to own it, to have that sense of accomplishment or that pride. Whereas older people, they think twice before buying any kind of product, and they ask crucial questions like, do I need this? And is it going to come handy in the future? And is it durable? Which younger people are not asking to themselves, I would say.
Okay. Do you think that people are more likely to buy expensive item for their friends or for themselves?
Well, personally speaking, I think this really depends on a person. So, as an example, let's talk about myself. I would absolutely spend a lot of money on buying luxury items for my friends or from my family, rather than buying it for myself. I think that kind of provides me this sense of like, oh, I'm doing something for them, and they're gonna love me for that, rather than spending a lot of money for myself. I think 2 times, 3 times before I buy anything, but for buying something from a mom or from a friend, I don't even think once I'm gonna buy it, then I'm gonna have it. So I think that really plays a huge factor, and it depends on the person.
Okay. Now let's talk about rich people. How difficult it is to become very rich in today's world?
Well, I personally think that it's quite competitive. The world in any sector is very competitive, so getting rich, I mean, it's succeeding in general. Being rich is just succeeding in what you do. So succeeding just there's so much competition going on that it is so difficult. And plus, I myself am a very pessimistic person, so I will never think that, oh, I'll get rich. But there is a very good example of young entrepreneurs working and showing their talent off at a very young age and being successful at it. So I think it only depends on you or a person who's really working harder on, and it really depends on your struggle and your hustle if you're doing it or not. So I think the world is in a common ground. It just depends how you're going to work on that ground.
Okay. Do you agree that money does not necessarily bring happiness?
Well, this question is very interesting because I think everyone in their life has at least once talked about this. Does money buy happiness? I personally think money does not buy happiness, but there is a fine line. Money does buy things that do provide you happiness. And that is a very fine line that people don't talk about. Money in general, if there's a stack of cash right here, it's not going to provide me happiness. But if that stack of cash is going to buy me that pendant, as I just mentioned earlier, it's going to provide me happiness.
Yeah.
So there is this very fine line that people don't discuss about, is that money generally do not buy happiness, but it do help you to buy things that does provide you happiness.
Okay. In what ways it might rich people use their money to help society?
Well, I think rich people can change the world for people that are in need in the society in general by eradicating their problem. I think we should talk about rich people helping the society rather than individually. So I think rich people can donate to a lot of charities such as orphanages or old age homes that can really provide older people and orphans who are not, fortunate enough, I would say, to get better education. Rich people can help like that. They can also create some programs that are very costly. That's gonna prevent people from getting into difficulties, I would say. But in my personal opinion, rich people only invest in places where they're gonna get profit out of it. So I've never seen a rich person doing anything good for the society just out of a kindness. I've never seen that.
Okay. Jimmy, thank you very much. That's the end of the speaking test.
Thank you.